guys, welcome back to another video. Today, I am reviewing one of my top favorite musicals of all time, Next to Normal, and I've got a handy dandy little list here, and it says the things I liked most about it and the things that were kind of, bogged it down, made it boring, made it so I couldn't listen to the story as well. Because I don't have much money to go see musicals, I often look at the songs and the performances through Instagram or YouTube and Spotify instead of actually going to the shows. So most of these points may not, or some of these, if not all of them, are different for if you went and saw the show. But this is being my experience, it's invalid because these are my points and I'm going to read them out for you. So first, my main thing is that I love this show for is the set design and the lighting, because I feel like the lighting in this show, especially when the mental health stuff is happening, it is so incredible, and it just puts you into the musical, and it feels like you are a part of it. It feels like you are going to be really in this world and really emotionally attached to the characters. When Diana is going to electrotherapy, she sings the song about it. I think it's I forgot which song it is because there's a lot of songs in different points of the musicals, but she sings this one song and all the lights around her light up, and it's really hard to explain if you haven't seen it. Also, there's something sticking on the back of my notebook. It's really hard to explain if you haven't seen it, but if you have, then you know what I'm talking about, and it amazed me so much, being from only doing small theater things and not having the budget to do that in my theater thing, because the theater that I help and volunteer for and stuff, it barely has any lights. You can't move the lights for every show. You have to do with what's there, and that sucks. But for these shows, I really like looking at the lighting, because if and when I go to a bigger theater and direct stuff there, I can take tips from these musicals, like how the eyes come together to make a face and push the things up. It's just incredible set design, and I really liked it, and I could talk about set design all day, but I won't talk your ear off with set design because that's not what it's about. It's not about Next to Normal. Another great point is the character Gabe in general. I love him. If I were ever to play a gender bent character, my dream role gender bent, Gabe. No question, because I love all his songs. I'm Alive, Aftershocks, everything like that. I love his songs because they're so real, and it offers a weird perspective on people who see, she's not, what's the word, schizophrenic, but she does see the ghost of her dead son. Diana does, and I think it offers a weird perspective to be the dead son, and yeah, it's a really cool dynamic that no one else sees him, and he's just always lurking, and I love that in shows where there's a part of you that's just lurking around and it's an actual character. I like that. I like when plays use that kind of figurative and literal sense. Also, I love the vibe of the music. I like the songs The Break, I'm Alive, Didn't I See This Movie, My Psychopharmacologist and I think that's how you say it. But I love that vibe of it, how it's, what are some other songs in it? I can't think of all the songs because there's a dozen, no, way more than a dozen, but I like the vibe of it. I feel it's kind of edgy, but not too edgy. I just like it. I don't know how to describe it. But now we're going on to the main dislikes, and then I'm going to talk about the mental health part of it. So the next part are the dislikes, and I don't know if people are going to not like me because of this, but I'm just going to say it. Henry and Natalie are so boring. The storyline with Henry I found to be so incredibly boring when I watched it, and when I listened to the soundtrack, I skip the 3 Hey songs, it's called Hey 1, Hey 2, etc. But I don't like them. because I don't know, it's just I wasn't that invested in Henry as a character, and I can't really explain it. I feel like I'm not doing much of explaining in this video, but I feel like their characters were rushed and boring, and I, when they were on screen, always wanted to get back to what was going on with Diana. So that's the main complaint with this musical, is that I'm not a big fan of Henry's. I do like Natalie's songs. Like, I do relate to Natalie on a certain level of trying to be perfect all the time and just trying to, like, let go with still having restraint there. But I don't like Henry. I just don't. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I just don't like him. And that was my main dislike with the musical. I'm trying to think of more. I didn't really care for the slower songs, because I don't really care for the slower songs unless they have like a belty part in them, because I don't know, I don't like weak sounding voices, really. I think they sound good on people, just not on me. I think my like soft voice sounds ugly and horrendous, and I think my high voice sounds disgusting and horrendous. So I'm like, I don't like this song because I can't sing to it, you know? So, like, I do like I Miss the Mountains from an emotional level. I don't like it as a sound. Yeah. So, like, songs like that aren't my cup of tea. But other than that, I absolutely adore this musical. And 10 out of 10, like, maybe 9.5 out of 10, but, like, it's so good, and I recommend you watch it if you've ever had, like, any kind of mental issue, because it really helps. It helped me cope with all the stuff that's going on in my life. So I'll talk about I'm just gonna put that down there. I'm gonna talk about like the mental part of it, and basically the main person in the play, Diana. This is where I'm going to get into some spoiler-y territory. I mean, I don't really know if there's much spoilers in this play, but in case you wanted to, like, preserve that, sorry. I don't care. But, the main thing is this woman, Diana, she has a daughter and a son who's dead, by the way. He's dead. We don't know that at the beginning, of course. She has a husband. Forgot the husband's name. I'm so sorry. I think it's Dan. I don't know. He's a really lame character. I get it, like that you have to have like the sad, depressed husband, and his main thing is, should I seek help because she is and I have the same kind of problems that she does, but I don't want to do all that because I need to be there for my kids and all that. I get it, because both of my parents suffer from the same kind of thing I do, and they all mushed it into me. Like, I have, like, my dad's anxiety, my mom's ADD or whatever, and, like, I have, like, all these, like, things that I need to, like, uphold. Like, I have to run to the bathroom every time, and if I don't get out of the bathroom within 5 seconds of washing my hands, I'm going to die, and stuff like that. And I really feel like this is the best musical out there right now to deal with mental illness, especially bipolar, which was her main problem. I don't have diagnosed bipolar, but I do feel for some of the missing the highs and lows, as per her phrasing in I Miss the Mountains, because she missed, like, when she's on her medication, she doesn't have that many, like, episodes, which is wonderful. We hate those episodes when they're sad, but there's also manic episodes where you feel like you can conquer the world and you clean your room and, like, you just go crazy and you, like, go outside and you climb a tree and, you know, you're like so happy, and then there's also the times where you feel like you want to die. And I feel like this was portrayed so well in this musical. I love the way it's portrayed, because it's just, when I first listened to it / saw it, it was on accident. Me and my friend Gavin were looking for a musical for our local theater to do, because they said that we could do one. So we, like, looked on Next to Normal and was like, ooh, that looks interesting. Like, we clicked on it by accident. Like, I accidentally pressed a key on my computer and it popped up. And I cannot describe to you how much I've fallen in love with this musical. I've tried to get Gavin to listen to it multiple times. I don't know if he has yet. But I just love it. It's so realistic to people, especially me. I don't know if it's like this for other people, but it's really realistic to me. And it's just, it's a good musical. It doesn't get enough hype. It really doesn't. It deserves more attention than it gets because it is such an amazing musical, and it brought me into a lighter time where I understand my stuff more, I think, and I'm like more open about it because I know that it's not just me. This other character in the show that I have watched feels this way too. And it's like, I'm getting emotional because it's such a powerful show to me. But basically, it is an amazing show about mental health. And if you've ever suffered with mental health crap and stuff like that, then I would highly recommend that you like listen to the soundtrack whenever you have a chance and just like take it in, like feel good about it, because you are you, and you don't have to be ashamed of anything. You, like, other people are there for you, and other people have the same problems as you, and even though it's not just the same, it's similar, and you can find comfort in similarity with other people. Like, you can look at a person and say, I'm not completely different than them, because when you have anxiety and depression and stuff like that, all you feel is, I'm too different to be anyone's like friend. I'm not the same as them. I'm not going to be friends with them. And it really helps, at least for me, when I see in the media portrayals of people who are like me, because then it creates a community in my head, at least, that I'm not alone and I am in part of this community where I'm normal. So those were basically my thoughts on Next to Normal. It got a little bit of ranty side there at the end, but I feel like it needed to be said anyway with all the stuff going on about like COVID-19 and everyone being scared out of their minds and stockpiling toilet paper and not going back to school and everything like that. I've been really anxious about it, but listening to my favorite musicals and talking to people about musicals really helps me, and I hope that I can share this musical with you, and maybe it'll help you through this tough time. So go watch the musical, or go listen to it if you can, and tell me what you think in the comments, and like and subscribe and all that good jazz if you want to hear covers or like reviews like this one. And I'll see you guys later in the next video. Peace out.